years old. What advice would you have for younger people?
Education, education, education. This is the most important thing in life. I lost 4 years of education, almost 5 years, and believe me, I wish I had it. But God helped me, I came to a country that was very educated, and I followed up, and today I am who I am.
So, just wondering, sir, where were you born?
Krakow, Poland.
Krakow. Wow. And your parents were there with you in Krakow?
Yeah, living with parents, of course, was since I was born till the war. After the war, everything changed.
Okay. What year were you born, sir?
1925.
And I was wondering, what did your father, or what your parents
My father was do two things. My father was a military man, and he was recruiting people to the army.
Okay. And what was your life like? Oh, I'm sorry.
Excuse me. And also, my father was a musician.
Okay.
He played 3 instruments. He played clarinet, saxophone, and piccolo. On weddings, bar mitzvahs, all kind of holidays.
That's where you got your musical talent?
I suppose so. I hope so.
And how old were you when you were taken?
Taken where?
To the camps?
We went to the concentration camp.
Yeah.
I was almost 17.
17 years old.
16 and a half.
I'm wondering the detail of how you were taken. How did they take you?
Very simple. I was working in a school when we were segregated clothing and everything from the German to from the Jewish people. And they closed the school and they moved everything into a big concentration camp. That's what they took us.
Which camp was that, sir?
Plaszów.
Plaszów. At Plaszów.
Plaszów was very tough. The commander was sitting on a white horse, and he played with the Jewish people with the gun, shooting, digging massive graves, and building a factory because they brought from Hungary all the women. They cut their hairs completely to use the hairs for the war for themselves, and we built a big hall. They brought all the sewing machines, maybe 2,000 Hungarian, Czechoslovakian, and Polish women who were working there, sewing uniforms for the soldiers, and they called this factory Mizrich. I don't know the name, I don't know why. Where you work? By Mizrich. What do you do? By Mizrich. You understand? Then, of course, we had capos who were watching the toilets, so people shouldn't fight to go to the toilet. Everything was outside. And then we had carpenters. We were building barracks. So they had carpenters and a laborer. I was one in a group, carpenters, that I was the laborer. One of them, we were 10 laborers, and about 20 carpenters. The ratio was 2 to 1.
And what were the living conditions like?
Very bad. Period. We were living 3 voice, second, and top, and straw sacks. That's it. No mattress, nothing, and straw.
A straw. 3 at a time. Did you see much brutality in the camp?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Like what?
Shooting, beating, taking to the criminal place. They call it Montelupis, and from there they used to ship the people to Auschwitz.
So they would put them on the trains there and take them away?
They put them on tracks and trains or trucks, driving them right away to the big jail in Krakow. The name was Montelupi. I don't know why. Over there was you had windows, but the windows were covered. The little sun was coming through the top, the light. That's everything was completely covered like this with black around the windows. And whoever went to Montelupis never came out. Went direct to Auschwitz.
Wow.
Some people ran away when the Germans were walking to them from Montelupi to the car, to the trucks to load them up. Some were running around, but some of them got shot on the spot. It was a big tumult, whether they were going to Auschwitz, because people knew already that they're going to be gassed.
So they were desperate.
That, yeah, of course.
Of course. Yes. Did you make any friends at the camp or get to know people?
Yeah, I had a girlfriend, yeah. But they took her away. Maybe 2 months after we were associated.
And you were 17, she was 17
Yes.
or so?
Her name is Fela, was Fela. Very sweetheart. We used to meet in barracks together, share food. But they took her away 1, 2, 3. Soon I turned around, she was gone.
What was liberation like when they finally...
Liberation was a different situation. Liberation, I would say, either I was lucky or whatever happened, I don't know. Liberation was, I was already in Linz. I was working already several months. I was a welder. All of a sudden, the factory, they bombed the factory. I mean, they bombed the factory. So I never went to the factory. I was in concentration camp. The concentration camp was very bad because we had 2 camps in one. One camp for normal people, another camp was like an infirmary, like a hospital. If you got there, you finish. They starve you to death. So it was tough.
Sounds like very tough. When did you first find out that you were free, or that it was over?
Very simple. They took us on a detail. The whole camp, walking out from the camp, we were walking to our mountains. And the mountain was set up with dynamite. And they wanted us to go in. My capo handed me a shofar. You know what a shofar is?
A chauffeur,
The Jewish
corn.
corn. And he says, Saul, blow because they're going to blow us off. I started to blow. A lot of people went in, a lot of people came out. Finally, they coughed. We ran away. People were running because they didn't have the S. The young one was on the front. They had the old khakis, you know, with the guns. So somehow we managed. And we going back. As we were going back, running away, I see tanks coming in. And I was wounded, gangrene, and the tank stopped. Soldiers and jeeps, and this, and some soldiers went already to the Austrian people to make sure they got food prepared, and they took us right away, feed us, because we were, you know, they knew right there who we were, because here we didn't have no hairs, only here. So they knew we were the prisoners. You know, the Americans had intelligence, there was no bullshit, you know, there was books. They were sending people on the parachute. So America knew everything was going on. And they feed us. When one soldier, Jewish soldier, if he look at my finger, he says, oh my God, this doesn't look, was swollen, this one was swollen. He went to his superior, he said, take him right away to the hospital, stay with him. And what happened? He went, he stayed with me. I got a picture when I came out from the hospital. I show you the picture.
And what happened to your finger, sir? How did that...
I don't know, I got a shrapnel, and I didn't know what it was. The hand started to swell, same thing was here, you see it? But here didn't have to cut nothing, they cleaned it up. And here they had to get rid of it.
From shrapnel from the bombs?
Yeah, for the bomb, yeah. We were bombing us one morning. We were a detail of 100 prisoners. 50 got killed on the spot. Some of them, rest of us got wounded. I was lucky because I ran into a pit when you go on there to repair the locomotives, and I covered myself like this, so some shrapnel hit it, the hands, but no head. Yeah, one went in here to my head. Still got it today.
Today. After they came, did you go to a displacement camp?
Yes, after this, no. I went back. The soldier took me back. They feed me and everything. They were staying there and took me to Salzburg, to another city. And over there, they gathered all the young people that survived. They loaded us up on a truck and they drove us down to a displaced person camp, end of Italy, you know. You know, Italy's got like a
boot.
Right, yeah. Santa Maria de Bani was the name of this place was a dacha place for Italian. They used to go there, you know, winter because it was beautiful weather. And they took over the joint, they took over the houses, they bought out the houses, pay rent, and they brought all this. We built our own kibbutz. We cooked for ourselves, eat the trucks to come and deliver the food, deliver the produce and everything. And we had a commander, Italian English commander of the camp. That, you know, he didn't know the girl, you know, to feel us good. And we all had rooms, living together, boys, girls, dancing in the evening. That's how I learned how to play the drums. After this, when the displaced person came, they brought a piano and a set of drums, like this. And the commander said, who plays piano? He had 15 volunteers. Who plays drum? Nobody volunteered. So finally I said, I got nothing to lose. And I volunteered. I started to play with the pianist. And the pianist had epilepsy. So everything we play, he fell on the piano. And the wife used to stay, put something under this thing and wake him up. Yeah, it's a true story.
Okay, after the displacement camps,
I went to America.
You came to America right away?
Not right away, after 5 years.
Okay.
My uncle made papers for me. He brought me to America. I had a preference quota, you call it. But I would be in America anyway, because the Truman quota was bringing all the refugees, except with Truman they were coming all kind of people, Polish, Jewish, Russian, papers for themselves. They know that I was Jewish and I had family in America, so I was the preference. So 1949, the war finished in April 45. In 1949, November, I was in the United States.
Where in the States?
Coney Island, by my uncle.
New York.
And then finally, a year and a half, my cousin who was living on the same floor, she got cancer, breast cancer, and she died. And after she died, I said, I don't stay no more here. I packed it and went to Elizabeth, New Jersey. I had a friend there. And over there, I met my wife, got married. You know, that was bullshit.
Is that, I understand that you started a band.
This I started here in Florida.
Okay.
I came to Florida because my wife had vertical ways. So the doctor suggested to go to a warm weather. So they said either Arizona or Florida. I didn't know about Arizona. I didn't know I even exist Arizona, so we choose Florida. In 1980, I came to Florida.
Did you come to Winmore in 1980?
No. I came into, somebody brought me down. I was partners building houses. And then I got cancer. The minute I got cancer, I went into hospital, I was operated, and I decided right away to sell the house. And my wife had here Winmore, 2 girlfriends who were living. And she suggested that this was the biggest apartment at that time. So this apartment I was renting. That I brought from the gentleman, and I turned over, I put new everything. your kitchen, everything. And since then, my wife passed away 10 years ago. I didn't know nothing. People ask me, Mr. Dreier, the first question, how did you survive? I says, I got 3 words for you. I don't know. That's it.
Fate.
God,
God.
people, circumstances, miracle, I don't know.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Done.
It's an honor, sir.
Thank you very much.